Hello and welcome to Breaking the Blank. Today's Sunday the 23rd of April and you're joining us on the banks of Burghfield Blue Pool for 5 nights. So the 5 of us have just arrived. It's now about 9 AM and we've got about an hour to have a good look around the lake before the swim draw is done at 10. So to mix things up a bit, I split the lake up into 10 different sections, so each angler gets 2 sections each. This way you can bait one and fish the other, and if your first choice fails you've always got something to fall back on. And also you don't run the risk of someone else being able to fish on your baited spots, as we're only going to be allowed to fish the sections that we pick in the draw. Right, let's go and find some carp. Right, quick update. The draw's been done and we've all picked swims. We're all now set up. So my brother Joe, he's straight in front of us. He's in peg 1. Pear is right over in that far corner. I'm not sure what peg that is. And then over to my left, I think this is peg 4. This is where I'm set up. And then in the far left hand corner is Kieran. And squirrels right over in that far corner just behind the island. Right, I'm just going to take you over to Kieran's swim. Let's see what he's up to. What are you up to then, mate?
Scatter some bait over the rods.
You found some nice spots?
Yeah, it's a nice clear spot on that right at the islands, about 2 rod lengths this way. It's nice and clear. That middle rod's is a gravel bar that runs from that island to the edge of the bank, and then it drops into like deeper water. So I got one in that, and then this left hand rod's quite tight to that margin over there. That's 7 foot, and it's got a nice little drop to like 10 foot as well. So see what happens.
Nice. Right, we're back in my swim now. Just thought I'd take you through whereabouts I've got my rods. So I'm fishing about 40 yards out. There's a plateau out there that's 8 foot deep. It's about the size of a bivvy, and then off the plateau it shelves down to sort of 12-14 foot. That is in line with the left hand side of the plateau's there, and then the right hand side of it is just there in line with that tree where it dips down. Got all 3 rods on that spot. I put 20 spoms of bait out. My spod mix that consists of pellet, hemp, crumb oiling, and a bit of corn in there as well, just for the fleck of colour. And then over the top of that I'm fishing low line pop-ups, whites and yellows I've got at the moment. So let's see what happens. The other section that I picked in the draw was section C, or peg 17. So I chose this because it was directly opposite where I was fishing in peg 4. So I could go round, bait up the margin, and then keep an eye on the spot to see any signs of feeding fish. I did have a bait there for a few hours over the course of the trip, but there weren't really any signs of fish feeding there, so I decided to stick with my spots where I was fishing over the plateau. Here's a picture of the lake map. So Kieran was in J and I, Joe was in F and B, Squirrel was in A, and Pear was in E and D, and like I said, my other section was C. Section H was actually closed, so we split the water up between G and I. The scooter came in rather handy for going around the other side of the lake to bait up, and also I used it to go around and take pictures of people's fish when they caught. Although I didn't get all of the fish pictures, I did get most of them. Good morning, it's now Monday morning, it's about 11 o'clock. So we had a bit of action last night. I caught one about 3 o'clock this morning, that was a 19.5 mirror. What else has been out? You had a pike. Joe lost one yesterday evening, and Squirrel over in the far corner, he's just had one. So I'll show you a few of the stills now. I didn't actually get any video of it. I'll show you them now. So what else has happened? Squirrel lost one last night before it got dark. I think that's about it, isn't it? So there's been 2 fish out. I think two have come out, 2 have been lost. Yeah. And Kieran's pike.
Cheers, mate.
Well, at least you haven't blanked.
No, can't count that, can you?
Yeah, apart from that, not a lot.
It's looking good though. There are going to be a few out tonight.
Yeah, I reckon. There's plenty of fish showing last night. That's showing like dolphins everywhere.
Now wind's just changed as well, and it's now hacking towards my way.
Yeah.
It's looking good. Boy, there's a snag out there, I can feel it.
It's a grating.
Yeah, it's grating.
Just keep it coming, mate.
Well, I don't like the feel of that. Oh.
Just keep it coming.
It's locked.
Is it? You? How's gonna get in there? Go on,
Right, this video is going to get a bit boring because it's snagged. If it starts moving, we'll see you in a bit.
Nothing compares, no worries.
Come on!
Back she goes.
Number 5.
Good morning, it's now Tuesday, it's about 11 o'clock. Just thought I'd do a quick update. It kicked off a bit last night. Kieran had 6 fish.
6 fish, yep.
Squirrel in peg 12, he had 1, and I had 1 as well. What'd yours go?
My first one went £26. That's midnight. A couple of hours after that, I had a 24.8. Straight after that, literally, I had that was a 20. And then at first light this morning I had a 26.8 common. Which was a nice fish. And then I had a 20 after that.
Nice. Hashtag hauler.
Yep, no sleep.
Squirrel, his fish was 27, just over 27 pound. And I had one that's just over 18, I think it was. Fish was showing everywhere again last night. Sort of coincided with the wind. The wind swung right round and went straight into Kieran's peg 7, isn't it? Yeah?
Peg 7, yeah.
And then yeah, it all just sort of kicked off really. Nothing much has happened this morning since Kieran's last fish. They've stopped showing as well. Seems to be quite quiet during the day. Nothing really comes out, and then it sort of kicks off again. Just before dark they start showing, and then people start catching. Pear hasn't had anything yet. He's in the far right corner. I think that's peg 18 or 20, something like that. My brother, he lost another one last night, so he's lost 2 now, and he still hasn't had one on the bank yet either. That's about it for now. Yeah, catch you in a bit. Good morning, it's now Wednesday, day 4, just over halfway through the trip. It's about 11 o'clock I think it is, something like that. So last night was quite productive. Squirrel had one, he had a 26 common. Kieran had one this morning just after first light, I think that was about 21 pound. Pear's also had one as well, so he's off the mark. I think that was a 23. Not sure if that was a common or a mirror, but I'll put the photos in the video somewhere. I had a couple last night as well. I had a 19 mirror, gnarly old mirror. It's a funny looking thing. We did get some video footage. I'm not sure how that's going to come out, but I'll edit it into the video somewhere. And then about 2 o'clock this morning I had a 28 pound mirror. Very nice fish. I'll show you the stills in the footage from last night now. 7 foot depth? About 8 foot, right. This is right in the middle, right on the top of the plateau.
Yeah. Nice. Well done, mate.
Not in yet.
Seems to be kicking off at night time, doesn't it?
Seems to be, isn't it? Definitely.
Rod. Can get the rod on there, can't I? Got the old fire going over there. Lovely. Lovely night. Nah. Just need a couple of more beers, don't we?
Cheers. A few more fish.
Yeah. Lovely lake. Come on, mate, it's been 2 minutes, you're milking it. That's it, David. It's down from here. Might be able to get. That's it. Beautiful. See that little bend in the rod.
I'll try and get around the corner there as well.
It's not another tench, is it, mate? Get in that net. Come on. Well done. Let's have a look at that fish then, mate. That for the camera. Look at that. Nice blue pool mirror. Well done, mate. Say anything for the camera?
Not really. Number 3.
Get in there.
Right, I just thought I'd take you through the rig that I'm using. This is on all 3 rods. So it's a spinner rig or a Ronnie rig, whatever you want to call it. So it starts off with a small anti-tangle boom, and then you've got 8 inches of Fox Transkhaki Illusion. And then the bottom of that you've got a figure of 8 loop knot, and then a small quick change swivel, and then the hook, that's a size 4 covert dark mugger. Small ring or micro ring swivel, and then the bait is a 14mm tails up solar flare, and that's soaked in beetle and black as well. A lot of the bites have been coming on yellows. Did start off on whites, but I didn't get no action on that, so I've swapped over. They're all on yellows now. Well, I don't know how much of this you're going to see, but Kieran's just had a run. It's just after dark. It's about 9 o'clock-ish. Kieran's just had a screamer.
Swim towards me, I don't like that.
It's a bring.
Definitely not a brain. I don't feel big though.
Yeah.
Get in.
Lovely job, mate. Well done, bud. Well done.
That's a bit of a chunk as well.
That's a nice little chunk. It's got some shoulders on there, boy. Yes.
That's got to be a 30.
Gotta be. Look at the head on it. Nice one, David.
Cheers, mate.
Have a little smile. Hey. Two on the bank.
Good morning. It's now Thursday. It's about 10 o'clock, and we've got about 24 hours left to go before we make off tomorrow morning. Kicked off again last night, and a few fish come out. It's about 9 o'clock, I think, the first run we got, or Kieran got. Yeah, that screamed off. I managed to get a little bit of footage of it in the dark, but just after Kieran got the run, my rod went off, and my brother got a little bit of footage of that. Hopefully that came out alright. I'll put that in the video somewhere. I think that was all of our Stellas just fell over. It's come off the tree.
Yeah.
Where were
And
we?
it's just fell off the tree. You gotta keep that.
Where was I? Yeah, kicked off about 9 o'clock. Kieran had one, and then my rod went off. What size were they? Can't remember the order that they went
Mine
in.
was 24 mirror,
The first one's 24 mirror.
and yours was the 30, wasn't it? Yeah, yours was the 30.
Yeah, because Joe got it on video.
Yeah.
Yeah, bang on £30. And then a couple of hours later, about 12 o'clock, yours went off again.
Yep.
What was that one?
That was an 18 common.
Right, and then literally, it's really weird. As Kieran was playing the fish, my rod screamed off as well. And that was a 28.8 common. Yep. And then you had one more, didn't you?
Yeah, I had one about 2 o'clock. That screamed off, and that was a 27.4 mirror.
Nice, yeah, so 5 come out last night. I don't think anyone else had anything, or like,
No, I don't think so.
not even any liners, I don't think. They were showing everywhere again last night. So that's pretty much where we are now. Yeah.
I snapped one net.
Yeah, Kieran snapped his net. It's a good job I bought a spare.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to take a little walk around the lake in a bit, show you a few of the swims. So we'll catch up shortly. So, quick update. It's now 12:30. Kieran and I have both reeled in our rods. We're going to rest a swim for a few hours. So we've mixed up a load of bait. Kieran's spawning out some bait now. I'll put that 10-litre bucket out that you saw me mix up earlier. And then we're going to go for a wander around the lake, show you a few swims, and then look to get the rods back out about 3. Bite time tends to be about, well, they start showing about 5-6 o'clock, so want to make sure we've got the rods out by then. Big fish Thursday, so put a load of bait out. Let's see what happens. Right, so this is peg 1. There used to be a big island there, but they've cut it all down and made it loads better. You've got all of those margins up there to fish to. This is peg 2. Just one up from where Joe was in peg 1. So we're now looking out from peg 3 where I am, peg 4 sorry. They've closed the one to the right of me. They put a load of branches there so people can't fish it. They were a bit too close together anyway. So this is peg 6. Peg 5's closed as well. They've done the same thing as peg 3. Got a little island out there to fish to. That's where a lot of Kieran's fish have come from. There was also a lot of fish crashing last night to the right of the island where no one had any lines. So Kieran's put a rod in this swim now. So this is peg 7 where Kieran is. You've got all that margin there. And then also the island. So this is looking out from peg 8. We've actually closed this swim this time because it cuts off whoever's in peg 7. This is peg 10. We've also closed this one and the one to the left of it. This is peg 11. Like I said, this one's also closed because it cuts off a squirrel who's in peg 12. So we're now looking out from like the Corder spot. I don't know if any of you have watched the Corder underwater DVDs. I think it's series 3 and 4 were filmed here from that peg over there, and they were fishing down to there. That's where the cameras were. But if you haven't seen them, they're good DVDs and well worth watching if you're planning on coming to the lake. So this is looking out from peg 12. I think it was actually 12A, the one next door where they're actually casting from in that Corder DVD. So this is looking out from peg 12A. And that's where they were casting to. That's where one of Squirrel's fish has come from as well. I think he's also had one along that tree line. And his other fish was down to the left in the margin. This is peg 14. This is peg 15. So for those that don't know or haven't been to Blue Pool before, Blue Pool's in Reading. It's owned by Advanced Angling. The lake's about 4 acres in size and is stocked with about 180 fish, carp that is. There's the odd tench in here as well and a few pike. I think of the 6 of the 180 fish that are in here are above £36, I think it says on the website. So there's a good head of fish, a few different strains. I think the biggest goes to, the lake record currently is just over £42. This is peg 17. It's right on the far bank from where we're fishing. We're right opposite over there on the social bank. This is looking out from peg 18. A lot of fish get caught in the margins on this bank. The lake used to be really clear and used to be able to see about 6 foot down in the margins. You could bait the spots and literally watch the fish feeding. But the water's got a lot of colour to it this time. This is peg 19. Doesn't look like it gets fished that much. Now we're in peg 20. And this is peg 21 where pair is. Pair's fish came from just out there, about 40 yards out.
I just wanna stay in the sun where I find, I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes. Yeah, I think about the end just way too much. But it's fun to fantasize on my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was. But it's fun to fantasize. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. I die for you, that's easy to say. We have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room. But they don't seem to see many bullets coming through. See many bullets coming through. Metaphorically, I'm the man, but literally, I don't know what I do. I'd live for you, and that's hard to do. Even harder to say when you know it's not true. Even harder to write when you know that tonight there were people back home who tried talking to you, but then you ignored them still. All these questions, they're falling like, who would you live for? Who would you die for? And would you ever kill? Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride.
I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much.
too much. I've been thinking too much. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time. Taking my time on my ride. So I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm boring, so I'm taking my time on my. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me.
That wind changed direction.
Right, the rods are all back out on the spots. Just tying some rigs ready for if anything happens tonight. I want to be able to cast back out straight away. Hopefully we'll get some footage before dark, if anything happens before dark. If not, we'll try and get some at night, but I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. So hopefully we shall see you in a bit. Good morning, it's now 7:30 on Friday. We've got a couple of hours before we're due to pack up and leave the lake. Last night was quite productive. As you could probably tell by the smile on my face, I had a few. Squirrel also had one last night. It was about 9:30. It was a mid-20 mirror. So that puts him on 4 fish now. About 10 o'clock I had my first fish. That was a 26 mirror. And just as I got that one in the net, my middle rod, that tore off, and that was a 28-pound mirror. Got the rods back out, and then my right rod sort of trundled off, and straight away that felt like a better fish really. Flat rod of me went right across the other side of the lake, and whenever I gained a bit of line and it got back towards the bank, it just flat rodded me again, and that happened quite a few times. It's probably one of the best battles I've ever had. Got that one in the net, weighed that, and that was bang on 36 pounds, so I am proper buzzing, as I'm sure you can imagine. Yeah, nothing else happened. I don't think Per had anything. My brother, that's a bit crap really that he hasn't caught. He's the only person that's blanked. What else we got? So that puts me on 9 fish. Kieran's on
10 fish.
Like I said, Squirrel's on 4. Per's had 1. So that's 24 fish. Not a bad session. Not a bad 5 days. I think we've done pretty well.
It's been a really good social as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been an awesome social. This bank, like the social bank, is proper good. The swims are only, what, 10 or 15 metres away from each other.
Have a little fire at night time as well.
Yeah, fire, barbecues,
Barbecue.
a fair bit of beer.
Fair bit. That's
Yeah,
been
didn't get a
good.
lot of sleep last night. Those fish, like 10, then one at about 11, and then that big one at, I don't know what time it was, but didn't get back in bed till about 2 o'clock in the morning.
About 1 o'clock, wasn't it? You had that?
Yeah, by the time I got
Second one?
everything sorted, it was probably 2 o'clock by the time I got back in bed, and then I had about 20 ducks, very frisky ducks in front of me, kept taking out my lines. So I didn't get much sleep at all, and I couldn't really sleep anyway because I was proper buzzing. But I think that's about it. We've got a couple of hours left. If nothing else happens, then we'll see you in the next video. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the bank.
Tight lines.
Tight lines.
Your dream ain't true. Nothing compares, no worries. That your wings came down.